Hi guys, it's Shell, Sunbury Housewives. Welcome back to another video. If you're new to our channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Hit the subscribe button to see future videos. I post videos every Wednesday and Saturday. I want to apologize now for my voice. I'm currently battling bronchitis, so it's a little bit of a struggle for me to talk, but I needed to get this voiceover done. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm starting with a 20-ounce stainless steel tumbler, and I have this printable vinyl, or not printable, but this vinyl that I got from Vinyl Expressions, I think it is. I've had it forever, but I'm just starting off. I've prepped my tumbler, and now I'm cleaning it off, and I'm going to apply this leopard print to the tumbler. So to prep the tumbler, I just take my sanding block. I believe this is 180 grit, and I just completely go over the entire tumbler and buff it up a little bit so that the epoxy and paint or whatever I decide to use will stick to this tumbler with no issues. So once I do get that done, I will take 91% rubbing alcohol and clean it up to get off any excess dust and oils from the tumbler. Now that that is all nice and clean, it's ready to apply the vinyl. So I was trying to decide exactly how I wanted this vinyl to go. I knew I wanted it to go at an angle, and I'm going to just apply this whole sheet and then cut off any excess later after I get it applied. So I found the area that I wanted it to be on, and I'm just going to use some painter's tape to anchor it down so that it doesn't move around completely on me because it is at an angle. So once I get that, I should have left a little bit of the backing on, but I wasn't thinking. So I go ahead and struggle a little bit to making sure that I don't have as many air bubbles in there. And once I do get it on there and smoothed out, I will go through and use my weeding pen to pop any air bubbles that there are. I pull in the excess tight at the top, and I also take my heat gun and heat up the vinyl a little bit to completely pull that vinyl over to the bottom. This wasn't necessary. I could have completely cut it off at the edge because I do believe I paint the bottom of it anyway. But this just helps get that bottom area smooth without any issues and bubbling. So now I'm going to go ahead and take some painter's tape, and I believe this is like 1.5 inch wide, not quite 2, I'm not sure, but I just wanted a bigger piece so that when I go to cut off a somewhat of a design, it's not really design, it's just random, to cut off the excess vinyl, I'd have the part of the tape still on there for when I go to paint. So I just take my craft knife and just make wiggly lines all the way up, and then pull that excess off. And I do the same thing on the other side as well. And then I take another piece of painter's tape and completely go around the bottom. I decided instead of having that little overhang on the bottom, I'm just going to go ahead and cut it off. because I'm painting the bottom, and that vinyl would have interfered with it to be a smooth bottom. So I just used the painter's tape as my guide to cut off the bottom part of that vinyl. It goes most to the end anyway, and it's very clean cut. I don't know if that made any sense. I'm not making any sense to myself right now. And then I take my craft knife and cut off the top portion of the vinyl as well. I go around one time and then pull off the excess. And then I take my knife at a 45-degree angle and go down just to expose some of that stainless, so that when we go to put on our last coats of epoxy, it has something to adhere to. So I was trying to decide what color to use, and I ended up choosing the Sweet Mint, I believe the name is, by the Glitter Heart Co. And gonna paint the remainder of the time. I have this ceramic coat, not a clue what color it is. I got it on clearance at Hobby Lobby. So I'm gonna use that with a little bit of Mod Podge to use as my adhesive to paint the rest of the tumbler and apply the glitter. So now I'm taking my makeup brush and got these at the Dollar Tree. And that's the best thing to apply paint, or really anything. It goes on so smooth. So I'm painting the bottom and to the top. I should have probably left that tape on the bottom, but I wasn't thinking. So I just was very careful going around, making sure not to get any on that vinyl. And if I did, I just used my thumb to wipe it off and it came right off. So once I get all that paint on, because it is got Mod Podge in it, I'm immediately going to go in and sprinkle my glitter on as soon as I get decent enough coverage. Immediately following that, I go ahead and remove the tape, and you can see the design so much nicer. And I let this set off to dry, and I do seal it. So then I'm taking more Mod Podge and I'm just dabbing it along that edge. And I have these chunky, I use like 3 different mixes. It's from Let's Resin, I believe. I will look, anything that I use will be in the description box below. But I'm just going along that border between the glitter and the vinyl and adding that chunky mix. I do let this sit and dry, and once that's dry, I give it 2 coats of Rust-Oleum Clear spray that I use to seal. And then I will go immediately after that's dry and put 1 coat of Speedy Petey epoxy and another coat. It only took 2 hours each time before it was done. And this is the finished result. I didn't put any name or decal or anything because this is going to go on my website and you can choose your own name or decal or quote or whatever. So if you're interested, please visit the description box below. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a great big thumbs up and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.